good one. Not quite as big as that last one, but it's a good
In 2023, I won $21,000 fishing bass tournaments. And these fish right here were the most important fish that I caught all year. This season, the tournament season started out in Florida, which is a big bass factory. It has big bass and it's got lots of big bass. On day one of the very first event of the first day of the season, I weighed in 23 pounds and 14 ounces, anchored by this 7-pound, 11-ounce giant. But it wasn't easy as just reeling this fish in.
That's a good one. That's a catfish. I don't think that's a bass. I felt it roll. It's a bass. It's a giant. It's a freaking giant. It's a freaking giant.
As you watch this video, I'm sure the thought runs through your mind, why is it taking so much time? Why don't you just bring that fish in the boat? A fish like this can literally change an angler's day. It can literally change his life, perhaps. When you're fishing against 150 of the best anglers in the world, one fish like this can skyrocket you in the standings. You can literally go from not cashing a check to 10, 20, even $100,000 over just one fish catch like this. But you got to get it in the boat. So that's why I take my time. This fish has to get in the boat. In fishing, you always try to prepare yourself for the worst case scenario. And by prepare yourself, that might mean mentally or physically. Preparing yourself, your equipment, your boat, but also mentally.
Dude, I think I might have lost it. Dude, I lost it. It's in the motor. I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. No, I didn't. I didn't lose her.
I'm quite entertained, JT.
Yeah,
I don't know
very
about
much,
you.
very much so.
How can you recover from losing a fish, a potentially $10,000 fish, potentially $50,000 or $100,000 fish? If you're not prepared to handle that, it can crush you. It can crush your spirit. It can crush you mentally.
Quite discombobulated there for a minute.
It's a freaking giant.
It's the first time we've seen a net out today.
Wow. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, baby! Huh? Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh. Hey.
On competition days, this is what you live for. This is what you do it for. Seeing something happen in your mind, making a plan, and then executing on that plan during tournament day. That's the reason that you see me jump, holler, scream across the deck of my boat, because there's no other feeling like this.
Freaking giant, bro.
You know what's crazy is that wasn't the end of my best fish that day. It got real serious and real good when I landed another 613 that I flipped out of some scattered toolies.
Cam, we're going to the boat ramp, boys.
That's it for today, boss. I am done. I am done today. That's all I get. Did you see that thing take off when I set the hook? I think it was starting to click. I was definitely feeling it. I could see it going down in my mind. I think that's the most dangerous thing that any kind of athlete or angler can do, is start to understand and feel it and see it. I was starting to see how this could be a win for me.
That's 3 big ones in the tank today, boy. We cooking with gas for sure. Look at it. Look, can you see all of him though, bro? Wow!
Day 2 was just as good as day 1. A lot of times in tournament fishing, with all the boats, all the pressure, and then you catching a lot of the fish, a lot of times the fishing is not quite as strong as the day before. But within the first 5 casts, I caught a 715.
Big one. Big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one.
In bass fishing tournaments, the emphasis is on size and not quantity. You can catch as many fish as you want, but you're only allowed to weigh your 5 biggest fish. Your score is determined on how big your 5 biggest fish of the day is. So when you hook up with a bass like this, there's a lot of pressure to do absolutely everything right, because you only get so many chances at a big fish. Oftentimes you get 0 chances at a big fish. Sometimes you only get 1 or 2 chances at a big fish all day, maybe even all week long. So it's very important that you do all the right things to get that one big bite that you get.
Are not down very
It's
far.
important to execute on that.
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh my God.
That's the way to start the day. Pasamundo.
How you want to start the morning, baby? First bite. One for the studio, one for the show. One for the show.
Now this bass ended up being the biggest bass of the tournament on day 2, which landed me a $1,000 Big Bass Award. So check this out. That was my first Big Bass Award in 7 years of competing. Never once in 7 years of tour level competition have I been even close to making a Big Bass Award. And in this event, twice, 2 days in a row. The first day I almost won the Big Bass Award, and then on the second day I actually got it. That's crazy to think about after going 7 years and never making a Big Bass Award. On day 2, the fishing ended up being just as good as it was on day 1, which is kind of unusual. A lot of times on day 2, just from all the fishing pressure and then from you catching all of the fish as well, the fish seem to be a little bit educated and harder to catch.
Oh, not again.
Quite an entanglement here, JT.
It is. Good one. Not quite as big as that last one, but it's a good one. That was frightening.
So, just one bite just takes your bag from teens to mid-20s really fast. But I was really thankful for what I got. There's a lot of pressure where I'm fishing, so I'm having to learn how to fish it every day.
Well, I heard you use the word patience.
Yeah, you gotta be patient.
Yeah.
Super patient.
Are you a patient kind of guy? Because I'm not.
I actually really am.
Okay, sure.
I can be patient. When I got confidence in the area, it's easy to be patient when you're confident.
There you
I do think patience was a big part of why this tournament was successful for me, and I could catch some of the bigger fish that other people couldn't catch.
Big one. That's a big one.
Every once in a while in a tournament, you get lucky. This was one of those times where I really lucked out on this. I threw up to this little reed patch, and I missed this fish. I turned him, set the hook, pulled him about 5 or 6 foot, and he came off. I threw right back up there to the same reed patch and hooked up to that fish again. There's so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't ever get to see as a tournament fisherman. We put in a lot of work. There's a lot of internet research. There's a lot of things that go into getting to a tournament.
There's a lot of things he might do, but he ain't gonna get me in my motor today or my power poles. Probably gonna do something stupid, guys.
I'm not just talking about me in this. We all have dedicated our life to this one purpose, to try to be the best angler that there is, to be the best bass fisherman there is. So we take all of this stuff very seriously. When we get a fish on big fish, really, like one big fish can change your life. There's a lot of pressure on you to perform. There's a lot of pressure. There's endorsements that come with just one fish catch. There's thousands of dollars, not just the winnings. The credibility, the validation of doing well in these events goes a long way. So there's a lot of pressure.
Oh, big bass alert right here, guys. If you watch this guy on live, he's a little bit energetic, just a little bit. Brian Latimer, 23-14 yesterday. Can he take the lead? Today, 19-14, a total of 43-12. That puts you in second place in contingencies for tomorrow, Brian.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, I guess, you know, to be in contention for the lead. It's a good day if I can kind of keep that up. You think like one big bite could carry me over the top to the V-dub.
To be honest, I really felt like I had a chance to win my second tour level event, but unfortunately my area fizzled. There was just a lot of pressure, and quite honestly, I'd caught just about everything that area had to offer, and so I settled in a 14th place, which landed me an $11,000 check. At the end of this video, I'll explain why, even though I cashed an $11,000 check, it's not really that good. The next two events ended up being just absolute tragedies. 2 triple-digit finishes in a row. By triple-digit, I mean we have 150 anglers in every tournament, and I was in that 100 and something in the next 2 tournaments. I wasn't really discouraged, I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw Lake of the Ozarks on the schedule, and I knew that could be one of my best tournaments all year. I knew everything was gonna set up with how I'm comfortable fishing. I knew this wouldn't be the big bass event that Florida was, but I knew with some consistency, I could catch the fish that I needed to be in that top 10 to 20% of the tournament field. But just like tournament fishing always is, there's ultimately one fish, one bite, one stretch of bank that always gives you that ding in your head that makes you realize how you need to fish for the rest of the tournament. But for me, it was this bite right here. This tournament was definitely right on time. The 2 events prior to this really wore down on my confidence. So I was looking to come in the Lake of the Ozarks to execute, to build my confidence. That was the goal, but you just hope that nothing goes wrong.
Oh my gosh!
$10,000. If I lose this fish, I go home empty-handed. All that work is for nothing. But if I land this fish, automatic $10,000, and I get the fish the next day, which means I have a chance to win this tournament.
That's the cut. That's the cut right there. That's my cut bass. That's my cut bass right there. We just made it, fellas and ladies.
This is wow. Listen to this. Every tournament, you go into it just wanting to make that final round. Then when you get to the final round, every single time, there's like a reset button where you all of a sudden feel like you should win the event. You feel entitled to make this the biggest opportunity of your life just because you made it. But going into it, you just want to get to that last day. And if I just get to the last day, everything will be all right. When that actually happens every single time, always hope that I can then win the event. It's a never-ending cycle of wanting more. Up until this part of the tournament, I've been pretty lucky. I haven't lost any fish that mattered, and it's almost like catching the flu. Eventually your turn is coming for you to have to deal with the low parts of this game we call tournament fishing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh! At that moment, I realized I fumbled. I messed up. I got that one opportunity to get that bite to take me to the top 10, and I didn't catch the ball.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So many things, so many things.
I got over it eventually, and good consolation was $10,000 and a 21st place finish in this event, which after having 2 100 plus, I feel all right about it. Now, do you remember me telling you $21,000? That sounds like a lot of money. You know why that's not a lot of money? But trust me, none of that was profit. I got $30,000 in entry fees. Lodging was $5,000. Probably spent about $6,000 in fuel. $80,000 boats. $3,000 to $5,000 in tackle, and I'm sure there's a couple other $4,000 to $6,000 in just dumb stuff throughout the year. So I didn't make any money, but at least you're having fun, I guess. That's what they say.
B-dub, victory.
As you guys may know, tournament fishing is a huge part of what I do as a fisherman. And I have 4 or 5 years of tournament vlogs documented on this YouTube channel. So if you enjoy watching big fish caught, if you enjoy watching me overcome obstacles of the tournament day, make sure you go to check out that particular playlist here on my channel. I'll leave a couple links in the description box as well as the comment section of this video. Thanks for watching. Going into a new tournament season this year, so I hope you guys will ride along, comment on my post on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and go along with the ride with me on this 2024 season of tournament fishing.